Yo, yo, yo. I thought I'd jump on a stream. I'm gonna take a break for a few days from the film, maybe at least 2.5 days. I'm getting really close to the end on that. I need to just work on it with it being the final thing, the final piece of my project. I pushed, but now I need to zoom out and make sure that the other documents make sense and just give my head a rest. So yeah, I thought I'd jump on the stream because maybe I can do 2 drawings at least in the next 3 hours, simple drawings, and thought the process, documenting that process would be interesting. And honestly, it keeps me quite accountable with my time if I just stream it, and it's for my viewing anyways later on in my life. So just make sure my audio is working. If I just stream it and it's cool. Sounds good. I'm just doing a quick test. Like, I'm in Photoshop here, and I've been wanting to try something, which is taking a. Oh man, cancel that. It's just taking a image texture of something like paper. So like this is just like some white paper, and just bringing it in here. This paper might be a bit too large, but it could be a seamless texture. Let's see. If I do that, yeah, it's pretty seamless. So if I do this, and do that, center this, and then what I'll do is I'll just merge those layers, call them paper, I could clone stamp like the seams, but it's pretty hard to tell. My thinking is that as a test, I'll take I have this image of the city, and then what I'm going to end up doing is comparing it with this drawing. So this is a rough layout that I'm going to do. It's basically something like this. I think if I give this my display settings and I edit it, and I just give it a white background for a minute. Oops. There we go. Oh, just because it's not. There we go. So we got that. If I take this, I'm going to go into my final images and call this computer LA comparison drawing test. Bring that in as a second layer. This is my old ones, so it was in there. Comparison photo raw, so this is my newest one. Now just imagining if this could be, if I throw a multiply on it, it has a nice effect. And maybe you could just can kind of control. I can kind of control the strength of the paper. But it gives a little tint and makes it feel a little bit more real. So eventually this is going to be like all black and white, so we can see. It's kind of going to be like this. And then I'm going to do my own scale drawing based on some of the scales that I saw when I was visiting this exhibition the other day. I really like the simplicity. Like, I like this border with pencil. So I think I'll try to recreate that. And yeah, this was a nice scale. But Coupe Himmelblau one's quite nice. So if I like so like let's say this was my scale. Okay, I'm just gonna change this playlist. Some Christmas tunes. Basically, I'm taking like this piece, imagining what it might be like underneath like that. It's clearly a little bit messed at the moment, but so that would be like the two scales kind of thing. But this one would always. This one's gonna be like more smaller. Actually, no, they'll kind of be the same size, but this scale is gonna be like cut in half. So I'm just gonna rasterize that. Delete the mask. Oops. You can apply the mask. It'll be like something like this. And then there'll be graphics. We'll call this the crosshair. And basically I'll make like they're like usually about a centimeter by a centimeter. We'll just move it to the center for a sec and make sure it's in that crosshairs layer. And then turn off city images, and I'll just do something simple. Then I'll come in here, place linked. So I'll have these little crosshairs, sort of like that size, but much thicker. Throw a multiply on them. There'll be one there, one there. And we'll merge layers. Basically, it's like that. Just mocking this up a little bit. It'll have the two names. And then I really liked how, like in this archigram drawing, the name of it was like at the bottom. They kind of are all doing that. So maybe what I do is like I take everything, I'll lock these two layers and just take everything on like that. We'll just say that the height is, oops. Like everything will be up like this. So there'll be like some text along the bottom. And it'll be centered. Probably like 100 Arial for now. Regular 100, and just I'll call it something like this. And with that text, if I go to my type, and how do I make, never really been good at the type tools in Photoshop. There we go. Perhaps what it'll do is it'll kind of like line up with these. And it'll be like that. Could be called like simply new versus old cities. Something like that. Graphically, that could be pretty good. So what I'll do now is go to my InDesign, just make sure, go to my working presentation file that I've been going with. It's basically gonna come after this one. Oh, actually it's already there. So we could do an example of how the two. So I'm gonna do a drawing. This is the other one I'll do today. So I'm gonna take a drawing like this with just a border and make it my first image of my presentation. Then this was the reference I did about a couple days ago. And then this will be a drawing like this, which will show the comparison. And then I'll be exploding and explaining what each part's for. So it'll be important that those three documents kind of work together, and then I'll have a really powerful photograph. I might go shoot that myself. So maybe if I finish these two today, I could maybe shoot the photo tonight or do something else tonight. This drawing I know I need a full day to work on. This will be quick to explain how this works. Then the film. And then this one and this one. Okay. So maybe I won't have time tonight I'll have to do 3 today. I'll do this one. I'll do this one. I could start that one. And then I'm gonna start this one. And so then the next 2 days will be this and this. And the photo. Anyways, I feel like maybe it'd be cool to take the highways. Like, let me just test something. I wonder if visually how it would look if I had a black here. Make it a bit bigger. if anything, there could be like, let's say I took take that, I'll invert it. Let's just imagine I did something like this. Is it needed? I'm just gonna save this as a reference. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this all back. Do that. And I'll disable that mask. Turn that off. Turn off that line. Oops, not that line, but turn that off. This could work actually pretty well, but I think the computer needs to be straight. And that probably just needs to be updated. That was the OG updated. And then it will go to this image. And now I'm gonna go with the straight one. It's just, it doesn't really explain what I'm trying to do. So we'll go with the straight one, and I'll save this and kind of exit. We have maybe all of our pieces now. And what I'll do is go to ArcGIS and open that file I had and just export a scale with it. But my idea is to, I will do my own scale, probably in Rhino, and throw a north symbol as well somewhere on this drawing. Okay, so if you go here, LA, what we'll do here, give us a scale, the center of the city, something legible. I might go here. If I go here and I go locate and I search and I say downtown LA, I like having the city in there. Then bookmarks. So go here, bookmarks, downtown LA. One to 100 is too much. One to 25. So it can kind of be arbitrary. We just need, this is an A4 document. So what we'll do is end up rescaling it 1-to-1 in Rhino anyways. So we can go here, bookmarks, downtown LA, 1 to 24. So these now are two maps of the same thing. This one's probably going to be of better quality. You can see it's pixelated, whereas you zoom in on this one, the detail is quite good. So I think I'll use this LA detail map. So it's going to be at 1 to 24. We're facing north, etc. If I wanted to, no, I don't need the lines. So what I'll do is I'll go to share. Oops, not capture the clipboard. Export layout. I'll just a JPEG's fine. Normal. Bring this down to something a bit more reasonable. 200. You don't need grayscale. It's probably fine. We'll go here, final images, and we'll just call A4 1 to 24,000 down LA map. Should have all the info I need. Actually, I want to change the direction of my A4. So, because I know it's going to be more portrait when it's in the actual document. And if it's the same size, like if I drew a bounding box around this and took the dimensions of the bounding box and used that ratio for the image, it might be the most interesting thing to do. I can test that, so. So I'll get out of here, what to say. So I'll just go project. And we'll just go like that. And we'll take that curve. Let's get my book out here. Nine 3.1.501 by 446. Okay. If I drew an A4, all right, let's say document size. We'll go 1080 by 1920. That's my ratio of my document. Things are probably going to get laid out in a way like similar to this. So we just need to make that ratio important. So if I go here, view, reset, and then just go to my layouts, detail map, and all right, well, I'll just go share map. Where do I do layout? I forget about. Insert. New layout. So page setup. Custom size. And we'll just say millimeters. So we'll go 931 501 0.501 by 446. Like that. And we'll call this computer ratio layout. Save this. And then on here, we'll drag this detailed map. Let's bring it on. We'll go to the bookmarks, downtown LA. Let's see what 1 to 24,000 looks like. Something like this, probably 1 to 10,000. Okay, I can save that. And when we'll export this guy. That's too much. It's too much. To me, that looks okay. Ooh. I don't want to really name it, so I'm going to call it computer ratio LA layout 1 to 10,000. Save. So if I go to my, I'm just going to pin that to my, I can remove that. So if I go to my images, I should have date. Yeah, this one I can delete. Oh, that was that reference. Jeez. Okay, anyways, that's going to come in. This is all 1-to-1 at the moment. Like if I open up, so everything's 1-to-1 scale, except when this image comes in, it needs to fit into this box. So for now, what I'll do is center everything. Make a line up here. I have 3 things. I'll have my center of the line, and then I'll have the center of this point and this point, just here. And then that's going to get mirrored. Okay, so those are my references. So essentially this guy's center, which is from that midpoint, it's going to come down. Okay, it's centered now. We got to get the center of this. What we'll do is find the center over here, which is there. And just come across. Okay. I basically can just move this on top and then do a mirror. And then delete the OG one. Just make sure that this is bounding box. Okay. There's going to be some text at the bottom of this page. So maybe, I feel like that looks best. The scales will come in there. Okay, let's get our crosshairs out here. Okay, we can move him up and over. Basically, these come into graphics. Okay. It's 1 centimeter at the moment. Everything's 1-to-1, so let's group that. So everything's probably going to get scaled down by give it a 2 centimeter border maybe. Maybe another centimeter on each side. Just rough for now. Something like that. So everything will be across like this, and then there'll be this rectangle that's going to be called my outline. So the outline is going to be a rectangle that comes from here, goes to there. It'll be like a light gray color. Crosshairs will be above it. That looks so good so far. So then this can get deleted, and that can get deleted. So the outline, this is the, so we'll call this compare drawing. Call this HD bounding box, because that's what that is. Then this goes in there, and that goes in there so far. That can go up there. Random can get off, model can go up. So then that thing is going to come in. Let's go to our files and see. That's that. So when we're going to delete this one, export this one. Clear some of this stuff. Just gonna go back and see. We'll have the text down there. Text probably gonna take up though, like, the rectangle, we'll go 3 point. Something like that. So we'll go in here. We'll select these 2 objects. They'll end it up from the mid coming up. Crosshairs, compass. Does compass have 1 or 2 S's? So it's going to be a circle, probably the same size as the crosshairs. Probably line her up with the corner of this, like that. Just something like that. Everything in this document, including the compass, it's going to get a little bit larger. And then we'll just do a placeholder for the scale. Scale that so it's like the same as the scale. Probably the compass can go down in the corner. Something like that. The text will go here. And then, yeah. Now, should this get extended? I don't know. Let's see. City image. So we'll say original, new. So if we unlock that, that can go in my original folder, which can get hidden. And then I'll go picture. This is the one that's 1 to 10,000. That'll fit in there like that. Now the question is, does this come in? Yeah, that looks better. And then it's the scales. Everything's going to be too close for the scale. I'll go like this and start going up incrementally. Like that. Just want to see what this would look like. No, it's better like that. Alright, this is our reference here. So we'll go. We can turn off that layer. Let's say that this is 2. And then we'll just say updated LA comparison layout. Now I'll just go in here. Let's just see how that's gonna look. So this, we're gonna take that and format it so it looks like this. Could the city be larger width-wise? Example would be taking this, copying it, putting it here, and moving from here to here. And just doing the same sort of photo. Another option. Come out here. So that will become, it'll be upscale a little bit. And something like I don't know, it kind of makes sense when it's the exact size. I think I'll go with the exact size one. But you can get rid of that. Okay. You can move that back. What else we got? Our scales. We can do our scales. So where's our scale ref? It's maybe half the size there. Alright. We can organize this so it's nice. Alright. So we have our references, our scale reference. We'll just comparison drawing, graphics, scale. I'll be working on this layer. Lock that now. So there's all these different types of scales. But these, I really think it'd be cool just to use something like this. Perhaps though it's I don't know. I feel like it's why not? So I think what all this is basically a rectangle with a set height getting copied 4 times. The photo's not perfect, so then there's scale. There's gonna be, we'll just call this black, white increments. So black ones are going to be these ones. The white ones are going to be these ones. And then what we'll do is create a line that goes from here. So we'll just come up, we'll come to the top, we'll create a line that goes down. We'll take that line, we'll find its midpoint, and we'll line it with that midpoint. We'll then copy it from the middle to the middle to the middle. Well, we'll fix that in a sec. To the middle to the middle. Okay, if we turn off these references, it should be able to select those, align, vertical center, and then just select the middle. Oops. Okay, whatever. I'll just do this. There we go. So those are our increments. Now, what we can do is move that to our placeholders. Okay. Now visually, it needs to be a bit thicker, I'd say. So we can delete this for now. So what we can do is just scale in this direction. And just a tad thinner than that. Something like this could work. Alright. So we'll call out our scales, or our scale. We'll set her aside for a sec. Basically, actually, move that guy there, and then move him 10 centimeters out. Okay. Alright. Ratio wise, that looks right. Alright. What we need to do is take this image, scale it from here to here. Actually, no, we know that this is the same as the document we put in, but it's at 1 to 10,000. We haven't moved it, right? Like from there to there. Yeah, it's 1 to 10,000. So what we need to do is move that guy down. All right. 1 to 10,000. Meaning that one centimeter equals 10,000 centimeters, or 100 meters. So like distance would be 1 centimeter. That's 100 meters. So I know if we go and we say from here to here is this makes it so hard when you do it this way. Maybe, okay, pretend this is 1920 by 1080 centimeters, I guess. That's huge, but we thought 100. So basically how that's going to be is from there, that's 100. Fuck. I'm so confused all of a sudden. 10 centimeters. Let me just go here for a sec and just insert here and format and insert scale bar. Scale line metric. Format. Kilometers. Divisions. There's a scale. Does it make sense that if that, let me just line this up. That should be 1 kilometer. Which would line up, 1 kilometer would line up right about at that street. Yeah, okay, that's how it is. So it means that 10 centimeters equals 1 kilometer. Alright. So that's okay. Let's see how that goes. We'll take this scale, go here and down. Now, distance. This is 1:1 at the moment. So that is actually 10 centimeters. That's 20 centimeters. 30 centimeters. 40 centimeters. So this is actually like 40. So that'll be like 10. If I move it, it'll be like this. And then like that. Let's say like that and turn that off for a sec. Okay. Save this. Oops. Just go like that. Okay, so that'll be in black. Okay. A0841 by 1188. How do I don't, they won't have a written scale on them. It's just to show a marker distance. Maybe they should be centered. All I can do is delete that. Okay. What I'll do is I'll just take all this and I'll give it a scale. So right now, 240. It's just because it's off. 16. Let's go 1660. Yeah. 1660. And then just move it back down. So it's like that. So now this should be like, if you wanted to print it 1:1. Right. 16. So does that all look good? I'd say it does look pretty good. The only thing is the compass should probably come up there. and maybe just make the scale of it is the same as the scale, like that. And maybe actually it's on the other side. So the compass, we'll just give it a blue color. Make sure that that's in the compass layer. Text placeholders can get deleted. Something like that. Perhaps this comes up the tiniest little bit. Yeah, that's better. Actually, maybe you take the distance from here to here. Maybe move that to there. Then we take that and that. We move those to there. That can get grouped. Okay. Then this also comes up. Now, text will be down there for this image. Yeah, that looks good to me. All right. So now here's the process. Basically, we're going to lock the city image layer. Everything with us in this, hopefully we've got the HD bounding box. That's going to be what we line up with the Illustrator document. Then we have our compasses, our border, our scales. So what we'll do with the scales, we'll give like a lavender color to this part. And then the increments can be like yellow. Yellow is so hard to see. And then this white part can be green. It's hard to see. Red. So these lines will all come in. This won't, but that bounding box will come in and get hidden eventually. So yeah, we'll go here. File export selected. We'll go final. Illustrator files, and we'll just call this like comparison drawing lines, and it's going to be an Illustrator file. So just save it and just click OK. Essentially the blank version of this with the compass. Actually, yeah, I'm going to move the compass. We have the distance between there and there. 78. Okay, well, minus 8 centimeters. And then we'll go 2 centimeters up here. Actually, it'll get centered on this. It's because the text will be there. So it's like that. Like that. I'll make a duplicate of the Illustrator file with just the background, and that's going to be my first drawing, like this one. So I just go, we can close this for now. Just say save. Illustrator, Rhino. So we open up Illustrator. grab some water. So what I'll do is I'll go open, final, Illustrator files. This one. Yeah, and I'll just go to my artboard and make sure that it's I'll go 1920 by 1080, and then I'll lock this. Actually, no, that's fine. It can just stay that. It doesn't need to go to my. Okay. Everything's come in. Centered on the page. We'll save that as the same file. Just replace it. Okay. What I'll do is after this, I'll go and create an Illustrator file. Reference. Okay. That's going to bring in the lines so we can see what we're working with. So we can take our layers and see what we got here. So first of all, we'll take everything and we'll make the stroke black. And we'll make the size of it 0.75. Okay. Then we have the visible ones here. They can stay at. You can see what happens when makes like an outline. Then we'll take these ones and we're going to go down to 0.2. And then we'll just come here and go here and we'll save. And we'll go here and we'll update. Point 0.2 is not the best. So we can go 0.25. Still, I don't think it's enough. 0.5. .75. Oops. So I'm going to take this down to point. So maybe these come back to 0.1. See what they look like at 2. 3 is probably our magic number. Or actually, it's probably 2.5. Save it at 3 first and check. That looks good. Alright, so then what I'll do is take that, put in a layer called the computer. Can lock the computer layer down. Okay. What else did we put in there? Oh, scene silhouette curve. That one we can get rid of. Oops. Okay, right now we want the scene silhouette. The crosshairs can be 4. Okay, we got the crosshairs. Make a new folder called it graphics. Okay, this layer we can hide. This one we're going to hide as well. New layer just called hidden. You put them both in there and then hide it. This outline, probably 2. The compass, probably 4. And then the scales, so compass can go in graphics. Graphics outline. Okay, these scale, those parts of the scale. Okay, so scale stuff has 3 layers. Scales. Okay, so first of all, the increments, which I believe are these, can get a 4. Then these actually have no stroke. Then the fill of the first one is black. And the stroke of the second one is probably 3. Actually, I guess it would be 4. Something like that. This is probably 3. Save everything. Okay. Crosshairs will go above. This is going to be 1. Ooh. I think somehow this stuff got moved. Oh god, so many lines. I'll just take them. Okay, we'll open up Photoshop. This will have to get recentered. Oh, that's why. Okay, so I have to go for hidden and choose this and give it a white stroke for now. There we go. Why doesn't it appear centered? Shit. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So, what I'll do is open my Photoshop files. Open that file that I had working on earlier, which is probably the PSD one, which is this one. So bring that down to my, so it comes here. So this is, so what can I delete? Scale ref. Basically everything but text. You can even delete the hue saturation. We'll have to unlock that. Okay, I'll go new layer, place linked, Illustrator files. This is the guy here. So it'll come in and fit perfectly. Set blend mode to multiply. And then if I give the silhouette a background, so if I go here and I give the computer silhouette at the bottom and I fill it with white, and if I give my scale pieces a fill of white and save that, that'll help. If I don't, and I'll just go update modified content. That worked, but this didn't. Okay. Okay. Select those, both give them no fill. And I'll take this and I'll copy it. Something like that. I go here. That's where it is at the moment. And I'll just go create another layer down here and place it in that layer. I'll select it, take away it's that, and just give it a fill. Okay, that's what I want. So I'll give it a white fill. Save it. Update all modified content. There we go. That stands out much better now. We can do some smart fills here. So I can go quick magic wand tool. So I just select. So do like that, that, X. Just dump that in. Select that, and that. Go here, dump this color of white in. It's good enough. That's see-through anyways. Same with that. Okay. We'll put that here. We'll call this drawings. We'll group it drawings. Okay, that comes out. Okay. no place linked. We'll go here, and we're gonna place my final image, this guy. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna give him a little bit of opacity. Transform. And just get him into place. Then finally, come here. Do that. Come here, go into the corner, and just go like this. And take the opacity back up. We'll go to my Illustrator file, and we'll take that guy, and make it hidden. We'll save. Here, we'll update all modified content. And that's good. Okay, our lines on the Illustrator scale, they need a stroke of 4. Okay, my text. Oh, I just gotta unlock it. So my text box is gonna basically come there to there. And then we'll select the drawing and center it. Okay, it's fine. It's a little bit off. And we'll give it a font of 90 looks good. Now, what I'll do is bring it here, and we'll just give it a little bit more font until it lines up. Maybe 110. Perfect. Select that again. Go to text. Select it and throw it in the center. Okay. We'll make it. Let's take its value. I'll take its K value and throw this at 60. And then we can update these drawings. This is the base one. This would be the final. I just maybe will take the lines in the computer and make them one thinner. That's pretty good. Now, I want to convert this to Smart Object, and then plugins. Now I'll be able to go here, zoom in, and I'll just go with a profile, browse profiles, black and white. That looks good to me. Save that. All right. So that's all good. Save that document. Update it here. We can then delete that, and even that, and that. I think my text can just become a tad smaller. Something like that. Now with my crosshairs, I'll make them a little bit smaller, and the compass as well. So little details, but basically take my crosshairs, I'll make them 2. Save. And I'll make my increments 2, and then 2. Save everything. Go to Photoshop. That'll update, save. Come here. Oh, the compass. Step 4, 2. Save. Okay, so I think make the text a little smaller yet. Let's go 72. And then the scale needs numbers. So we'll go with the scale, and we'll put a number here. basically this is 1 kilometer. And if you go to my character, we can just select the center one and just do that. Oh. Scale captions. So basically, this is going to be 4. And then you just take one and you put it here and you say 0. $70. You do that. You do that. And then like that. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll put that and we'll call this LA. Copy it, paste it, call this computer, bring it down, down, down. So it's in line, shift it across and center it. Like that. So take both of these and we'll just make sure that they're on the same level. Okay. 0. $10, 20, 30, 'Take the text. It's 40 right now. 36 is fine for both. Okay. Take them both, throw them on the same. I'm just going to bring them down. Bring them up. Something like that. Go here and turn off the Okay, there might be a little bit of work on that drawing, but for the presentation, it's good. I might just make the border even more faint, so 0.25. Save, and then if we go here. Okay, it's just too faint. Like the tiniest little bit. Oops, should be 0.5. Save. Save. And then here. Perfect. Okay, now we can just take a file, save as, and we'll call this LA, or we'll call this empty drawing. Empty drawing. And essentially, the compass will stay. This will stay. That'll stay. That'll stay. And so only things that stay are the graphics. So the computer goes. We'll pick a scale to stay. Just call it scale. Everything that's this can go. So it's just that. The scale is going to get brought down. There, there. Then where is it? X. We'll go X 1400. Something like that. Now, I'm going to go to Photoshop. If I go to my photos, there's like, you can write like plan. But for now, I'm just going to say file new. Or I'm going to save this as empty drawing. Okay, I'm going to leave the text. Get rid of the... I'll leave the scale captions, but I'll just get rid of one of them. And just bring them into its own layer. Get rid of that. Drawing paper and background can stay. That can go. Yeah, so I'll place linked. I'll go to my Illustrator files, empty drawing. And then save that. And then my scale captions can just come down. Look in here, just a bit maybe something like that. something like this. And for the title, okay, but it's eventually going to be this drawing, so we'll do a comparison where it's going to be the Photoshop files, empty drawing. Ooh, it's huge at the moment. Saving, it's just RGB. Pixels are fine. So basically this title could end up here. We can save it and it'll be something like this. Maybe it takes some new editing, but basically there'll be a plan like this. So something like that. They're good bases. They need a little bit of final touches, but that's the idea. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then I'll go need to do some photos, but I gotta figure out this technical drawing, and then tomorrow I can do that one, and Wednesday do that one. I think this just needs a little bit of editing in terms of formatting. Perhaps I could use the font that goes with this one. But yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take a break. And I probably won't stream tonight. I just gotta think about how I'm gonna do my technical drawing. So yeah, anyways, that's it. Peace.